educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it. I wish I knew.
All right, y'all. We are live. We back in the building. We got Slim in the building. You're watching Just My Opinion with Slim. Slim, how you doing?
Well, good afternoon. Good Halloween, I guess. Welcome to Slim J, just my opinion. How you guys doing out there? Waiting on y'all to tune in so we can get this party started. The wicked style.
Hmm. I guess we can start off with how was your day?
Well, it was interesting.
Hmm.
It, it kind of like started off pretty cool, and then later on, it started raining really, really hard. And I thought they would say, you know what? It's raining, it's thundering, it's lightning. We're gonna let y'all go home. But no, they put us up in this little shed, brought
Hmm.
vehicles in. After that, I guess it ended well. But hey, thank God for a job, so can't
I
complain
heard that.
too much. So, how are you guys there? No, most of y'all that have younger kids took your kids probably Halloween, trick or treating, having fun. Or some of y'all probably just stayed in the house and played games and did some looking at crazy movies or doing this crazy things just to entertain for this, fun day for kids, I guess. So,
Yeah.
seemed like my
I
computer
know.
froze a
Me
little bit.
personally, we didn't do anything for Halloween in particular. While we waiting for a few more people to get in. Thank you for all three of you that are watching. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm. That way we can get out because that's how live streams get more viewership. And thank y'all for yesterday too, because since y'all did that, we were able to have our highest watch stream so far. But yeah, we don't really do the Halloween thing. So
Yeah.
we went to a park. It's a nice park over here in the Spring area in Houston. Shout out to Houston, Spring area. Uh, my kids call it the animal park because there's a lot of like animals over there. But they normally have like food trucks and games that the kids can play. They can dress up, and then people can volunteer like to bring a car and like they'll decorate it and they'll have candy. So
Oh,
it's like
that's
a
pretty
safe
cool.
place. Oh yeah, it's really popping. It's nice. I think this is the third time we've done it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's a safer alternative because you never know.
I
You
know.
never know.
These people are crazy, so it's definitely good to do something safe. I think a couple of years ago they had Halloween at the zoo before COVID, of course, and
Hmm.
that was pretty fun too. So You know, I always find something safe to do instead of going out here with these don't care people. I had another
Right,
word to say, but I decided to be nice about it.
but
I
this is
got
your show. You
stuck
can say
into the
whatever you want.
sentence. I know, but I was like, let me not say that while I'm talking about the kids.
Mm,
But I hope everybody had a great and safe Halloween. Like I said, you got people out there with a mask that's so overgrown. Don't need to be having these, you know, costumes on hanging around the streets. Now, if you're going to a Halloween party, you're grown, I can understand it. But watch those freaky people out there with the costume on and don't have nowhere to go.
right.
Okay.
All right. We do have 3 people hanging around in the chat. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. As always, feel free to put anything that you would like to put in the chat. If the chat gets to the point to where it is speeding past so fast that I can't read it on this show, we're gonna throw it actually on the screen. You can see it. So, having said that, let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of it. If you guys did not see the graphic, let's just go ahead and get into it. Today we talking about going out and voting, and Slim has her special way of making y'all go do stuff. So I said, you know what, maybe we can get Slim to do this, you know. So, but the first thing we're going to talk about, I believe, is this one. Where do you even stand? Are you even voting? So, take it away, Slim.
Okay, guys. I know you're gonna put me in a corner. I know, like, a lot of people don't like to go and vote. You don't want to be in the line. You feel that it's not really doing anything for you. Like, if I vote, it don't matter. If I do vote, it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. Well, it does. Every vote counts. And there's a lot of people out there that want to vote that cannot vote because, backgrounds, or maybe they not illegal, supposed to actually be here. But then, they had an opinion. I feel like they can get food stamps and Medicaid and all that stuff. They should be able to vote. That's just my opinion. But yeah, you should just go out there and vote. Even if you don't like neither candidate, they both make some good pointers, kind of, sort of, and then they both just kind of throw it off. They're not there. So somewhere in between these little topics that we have to show you, I'm going to ask a question, and I want to know how you feel about it later on in the show. So stick around. And our first topic is going to be about where do you stand?
Yeah.
Are you even voting?
Right. So the first video that we're going to be going over is from Middle East Eye. It has 2.5 million subscribers. So if you like the video, you like the content, please make sure that you go over there and you check them out. So, having said that, let's get it popping.
How does it feel to be Palestinian American going into this election? Do you feel like you're being heard and seen as a community?
I do not think Palestinian Americans are being heard or seen as a community at all. And I do think that there have been a lot of Palestinian Americans who have been trying to kind of work within the system. And we saw that at the DNC, and look what happened, So for me, I'm not looking forward to this election. I am not going to be voting for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. And I've stated that publicly, and I'll say it again because Kamala just the other day basically said, yeah, if I were to see the videos and images coming out of like what's happening, yeah, that's pretty bad. But you know what you people also want is like lower groceries, like lower priced items and stuff. So that to me just shows that she knows very well what is going on. She's a part of the administration that is doing this. She knows that the people that would be voting like do not agree with this, yet she is still saying too bad. Either way, you're gonna have it be like Trump, right, the fascist, or it's going to be her and it's still going to be a genocide, but maybe you'll get some cheaper eggs. And it's been over a year and things are just getting worse. And Joe Biden the other day said, basically to Israel you have like 1 month left. So what are they going to do in that month? Look what they're doing in North Gaza right now. Look what they're doing to all of Gaza, and not even just that, within the West Bank as well. I want people to not stop talking about Palestine. I think a lot of people at this point, it's been well over a year, so people have kind of started to let it go a little bit. And specifically, I'm seeing this from non-Palestinians, so I think it's really important as Palestinians with, privilege and whatnot to be able to tell others to not stop speaking about Palestine, and that Palestine will always exist. And at the same time, we need our allies to step up and honestly do more, because we cannot just rely on Palestinians to educate, to boycott, to be leading protests, to be doing like everything, as we're also trying to grieve the fact that our people are going through a genocide, that more of our land has been stolen than ever before. This is the most amount of Palestinians that have been killed. And as this is happening, we're being punished, specifically as Palestinians, in diaspora in the US, we are being punished at school, at work, at protests. We're being arrested, we're being blacklisted, we're being put on all these lists. So it's really important for others to step up and stand in solidarity and do the same as we do.
Both presidents.
Well, we talking about a little history down, huh? She kind of upset about, how they treating the Palestinians. And I get it. As me being a young Black woman and just being Black period, I mean, we have history too. So therefore, we understand. We understand where you're coming from. And it's other races out there, not only just Palestine or Black. There's other races that have had a hard time, and it's a choice that you have. If you want to vote, you can vote for Trump, you can vote for Harris, or you can vote. What is it? The word for it? Like independent.
Yeah, you can do a write-in for the Independent Party for most states and for the Green Party for most states too.
Yeah. So you have that choice, and the thing is that you need to look at both parties and see where do they work for you. Now, me, just my opinion, neither one of them work for me, okay? They don't. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna vote, but who I'm gonna vote for? Can't tell you. But I can tell you this, is that I've been living like, kind of like level, not high, not low, but level. And what I mean about level is that I'm not rich, I'm not poor, I'm not suffering. I'm not just, like all that, but I'm satisfied. I am content. And I know how to save. So with them doing so much, what they going to do and all these promises that they say, I can't hold on to that. I got to hold on to what I know is right. And that's to save, to have a plan A, B, C, however many plans you need to have to keep yourself level out. That's what you need to do. So with that said, that's how you should look at the Harris, the Trump, or just independent, but make it work for you and make it comfortable for you, because for the next 4 years, whoever get in that office, you got to be ready. So you either gonna go high, go low, or go in the middle. It's your choice. So let's get into this next clip and see what's good.
All right, this next clip is coming from PBS NewsHour, so please feel free to check in on that. But this is answering the question about some people are sitting out, so let's see why they're sitting out.
Both presidential candidates are saying this is the most important election in modern history. But in most recent elections, about 4 in 10 eligible voters stayed home. We talked to a few of the people who are not voting this time around.
My name is Clifford Janice, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York, currently residing in Denver, Colorado.
Hi, I'm Ellie Bana. I am a Greek-American dual citizen, born and raised in America, but living in Greece now.
My name is Roger Weir.
My name is Mariam Alanis.
I'm not voting in this election.
I would have never thought that I would not be voting or would even consider not voting. I never, like, I've always, like, oh, it's my civic duty or it's my patriotic duty or even my desire. Like, I want to do it.
This year is the first year where I just don't feel like, I don't feel represented or heard.
I'm not voting because no one has earned it. No one has earned my vote. If I can't have a candidate that I feel is going to actually represent me, then why should I vote?
I don't feel like anyone's doing anything that's really going to create change and kind of bring us back to a place where we're not having these continual tensions and issues that we've been having for centuries.
If there was a candidate that spoke to my concerns, spoke to my interests, shared my politics, then maybe I would consider voting.
Because I am overseas and I waited too late in the game for an absentee ballot, then it's like, okay, should I get on a plane, fly to New York for a couple days, cast my ballot, and then come back? And because neither candidate inspires me that much, I'm like, I'll just sit this one out.
If we live in the land of the free, the home of the brave, and we have freedom to choose, then give me that freedom. Give me the choice instead of just giving me these two steaming piles of waste on which to decide from.
This past year, it's been a really, really volatile year. A lot of countries are facing political crises, and really it's a lot of young people like myself who are really, really dissatisfied and are realizing that, like, voting is not the only way to make our voices heard. If we want to actually organize ourselves, like, we shouldn't see electoralism as our only option. We should be empowered to go to the streets.
I understand that there is power and there is necessity in voting. But if I know that voting has no impact on what I want for change, then it is an altruistic act. It's just doing it again just to do it.
All right.
So I see that there's people in the chat. So I'm gonna go to the chat and then I'm gonna respond to some of these quotes that they put, the way they feel, which is what we live for, is to speak our mind and our opinions.
And also, just to let you know, this happened. This is not even reflective of this vote. This was last time.
Wow.
So we're having the same problem, the same excuses, the same things that are going on. But shout out to Baby Scorpio in the building. Baby Scorpio said, "You going to stand or fold?"
Hey, Baby Scorpio.
And then one of our administrators say, "You should vote no matter who."
Yeah, facts. I agree.
Yeah, that's what we got so far. And then, of course, it's me up in there talking about facts. So.
Let's see, right? Yeah, I really do think you should vote. I mean, like I tell y'all all the time, I don't get into the politics because I don't feel that. I mean, I like to know what's going on, but I just feel they're gonna do what they want to do anyways. And you can't just promise me certain things because you have to wait on the House to vote on it. So you just can't get up there and say, "Oh, I'm a, lower the eggs and I'm gonna lower the bread. I'm gonna make, the taxes lower or whatever." Yeah, you can say it, but until you get that House to vote and agree on what you're speaking, then you just blowing hot steam. So they kind of do make people not want to vote and deal with, the politics things. But if you don't vote, then don't bitch about it. You shouldn't have shit to say. Like, yeah, you can speak your opinion, but you just can't really just have a lot to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to speak about it, then say, yeah, I voted, but I didn't vote for neither one of them. But this is what I think should have happened. This is what I think should, took place in each candidate or in that particular candidate that you thought was somewhat right. And some people probably voting because they feel like, and just from my woman side, some women are that haven't voted is getting out there and voting just because they want a woman to win. So, you know, and some people are getting out there and voting for Donald Trump's because they know he's ghetto. He ratchet. he just, I mean, you know, he just a piece of work. Really, he is. Some of the things I agree, you know, that he do say, and some of the things I'd be like, if y'all gonna let him come back and win president, or not just come back and win president. I'm not gonna say scratch that part. Come back and run for president. That's what I meant to say. Then y'all should let the people that, you know, was in jail go and vote. Hell, he a felony. So if somebody got a felony, why they can't go and vote? Hello. Am I talking to myself? So that's how I feel about that. Now, back to the guy. He was saying, you know, if what I was saying earlier, if you're not showing me nothing and how you gonna change my ways, then yeah, why should I vote? I've been staying on my own 2 feet, doing my own thing, whether we was politics or Democrat. I was still in the same level, you know. So sometimes you just have to just sit back and do your little part and call it a day. Because not voting, you don't have a say so. And I know that's hypocritical because I say speak your opinion, but that's how I heard on the streets is if you don't vote, you can't talk. But you can make your opinion though. So you'll figure that out. But anyways, thanks for everyone for being here. And come on, subscribe, like, and tell me what's on your mind about this voting. All right, see what else we do.
So this one is really short. It's just a short, so you don't have to go nowhere. It's only about 30 seconds. But this is basically Roland Martin, and he got it right a little bit on this, in my opinion. So let's see what you guys think about it.
I thought this was Slim J opinion. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It definitely is.
I'm just kidding.
And what I keep articulating over and over and over again is that you have to understand the demographic shift among African Americans. And that is voters who are 55 and under are less likely to identify as Democrats, which means you're going to have to be more aggressive in trying to go after them, spend more money in targeting them, and not just with ads, having community-based conversations. And frankly, I don't think the campaign has fully embraced that. And I think when you look at the polling numbers, you have softness there. And I've said on this show, I've said to people directly, the couch is a real foe.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, you're not gonna move those youngsters like that. I mean, most of the youngsters really have to be into politics and understand the concept of that. And a lot of them don't care, especially a lot of young blacks, you know, because some of them out there in the street, do you think they care about politics? No. Do you think anybody going out there talking to them about politics? Yeah, so. But are they gonna pay attention? Probably not. So yeah, you gotta get something to want them to want to vote for you, or even vote at all. So yeah, that's something to think about. So chat line, what you think? Oh, did y'all go to sleep on me out there?
So right now, we have no new chats in the thing, so we can go on to the next clip.
Okay.
We're still on Where Do You Stand? Are you even voting? So this one came from BET, Black Entertainment Television. So let's see what they found out. don't forget to hit a like, guys. When you hit a like, it allows us to be able to be seen by more people, and then we get to get this message out. You're watching Just My Opinion with Slim J. All right, so we do have some issues, or not issues, but we do have a comment in the chat. And Baby Scorpio said they take the felony and run with it. So basically, I guess they are saying that since they have a felony, they can't vote. But I do know there are programs where felons can be reinstated to be able to vote. We actually have a story about that too.
See, that's where the knowledge come in at. If these people really want to vote, yeah, they would, try to get that knowledge. And then a lot of people probably don't know about that program to get reinstated to vote. And I'm kind of like, I don't see no posters or no things like that. Like some people get out of jail, they have like little things that you can go get a job or go get food stamps or, try to get back on your feet, because they're not going to let you rent an apartment. So they're not going to let you do certain things. So you limit to the things that you can and cannot do. So if it's a way that they can get reinstated to vote, you will probably have some people that will be interested in that, that's interested in politics. They will probably go ahead and do that. The people that feel like society let them down and, they shouldn't have did it, and the pity party crap. So it's like a bittersweet thing with that, but it's a good thing to know if you have been in that situation and cannot vote. But I mean, with the barber, what he was saying, that how Trump came in and was doing certain things. He did a lot of things that was good, I guess, but he did a lot of things that was bad. So again, it's kind of hard when you don't really pay attention to politics, and like I said, I really don't. I just know that they okay. Donald Trump's, I think he like to play monopoly a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like he want to take over everything. It's like he want to buy everything. You know the game Monopoly. You know what I'm talking about. So I just feel like he was good for a little bit, but his good didn't outweigh his bad. His bad outweighed his good. In my opinion, this is my opinion. So, in state, what he said, he was in Georgia.
Yes.
So, excuse me, I've never been to Georgia, but whatever. But California, stuff like that, they taxes are high. The cost of living is high, and I think that's why a lot of people move to smaller towns or like Texas. A lot of people move to Texas, especially Houston, Texas. I think too many people move to Houston, Texas. That's my opinion though. But anyways, I understand you don't want to change your lifestyle because everything is going up so high. And then that make you have to be a owner of your business have to go up high as well. I was listening to some people, the guys at work, excuse me, they was talking about how they can go into the barbershop and get a haircut for like, maybe $15 or whatever. An extra $5 will give them the facial, a little shade, a little trim. That dude say, yeah, man, I go to my barber, he charged me $40 and just to cut my hair. I said, what? I said, you might well get you some weave in your head.
That's so the prices for haircuts, I mean, they have went up.
Yes.
I mean, it's $25 for each one of my kids. So
see, and they kids.
Yeah.
So, they've been a long, long time ago when I was in beauty college, but I remember like for kids, it was like $5, so I understand everything have changed. We 2024 versus the 90s. So I do understand everything going up, but I understand why I have to go up so high. when you supposed to be in control of the taxes and the money. Now, I know, like I said earlier, it had to be a vote from the House to make that decision. But that decision that made people that own their own places or the food, the Happy Meals. My sister and I went to Whataburger. We was out of town. Had our nieces with us, and her daughter, our niece, and just us at Whataburger. I even got a kids meal, hell, and it was only one grown up meal, and 3 kids meal, 1 grown up meal, $30-something. What the hell? I could have went to Walmart's, HEB, hell, Fiesta, food time. I could have made like maybe 3 meals with that hot $30-something, right? No. Now I could have made maybe 1 good meal with that $30, but you was going to be able to have extra, and you can come back and warm it up, right? The prices in the fast food is too high. Everything is going up, but what happened to our paychecks going up? So that's why I say they do good in certain areas, but certain areas they don't. You want to look at all the taxes. You want to raise them up. You want to raise the food prices up, but you're not raising people paychecks up. Minimum wage been $7.25 for how long? Why it take them so damn long to raise minimum wage? So how long have minimum wage been? Because
I'll look it up real quick.
Okay, so I understand. If you cannot afford your groceries and your bills because everything getting so high, hell, you gonna have to start going back to the country, growing your own stuff. Because either Donald Trump or Harris get in there. I just heard one person say something about raising, the wages. But you can tell me anything. Shit, you can say you got a yacht, and I go out there and you got a damn sailboat. So, yeah, that's why you gotta decide who you're gonna vote for. Who you think is gonna be perfect for you in your future. Because if they get to $15 worth of gas here in H-Town, I'll be on Metro. So, no, I'm lying because I can't do Metro. But I will carpool now. That's a fact. But that's just, that's crazy. I'm just too through with that conversation with how everything changed in just a length of time. The 4 years that they in there, they either clean it up or fuck it up. There's no easy way to say it. And most of the time, they promise us a lot of things and we don't get it. And we end up paying a bunch of taxes, high-priced food, vehicles, insurance. Like, have y'all paid attention to the insurance? We're going to talk about that next time because I can tell you about this insurance bull crap they got going on. But anyways, I'm going to keep that in mind. Okay, so now we have, let me get out the picture so we can get a closer look for it.
Now, this is the answer to your payroll.
Okay.
The value of the federal minimum wage is at its lowest point in 66 years as of right now. The value of the federal minimum wage, according to EPI analysts of recently released by the Customer Price Index, saying that the current federal minimum wage is $7.25 per hour.
Didn't I tell y'all that?
And it's now worth less than at any point since February 1956. At that time, the minimum wage was 75 cents per hour, or $7.19. So if we look down at this chart down here, we can see that all the way up to July 2009. Let's see, make that look good. There we go. Oh, too big. There we go. All right, so all the way up until July 2009, it was going up. It peaked at $9.99. And after that, it started dropping. And now today, roughly, as of July 2022, it's $7.25. So if we look up how much minimum wage is right now, so let's see, what is minimum wage today? It's saying that minimum wage today is about it's not giving me the actual price as of right now. Not an easy way to do it anyway. Hold on, let me try one more thing. But yeah, as you can see that chart right there, it's wild.
So you see what I'm saying? We have so now 2009 to 2024. We got $7.25 per hour. Okay? How in the hell you gonna make $7.25 and you got I'm trying to think of what is the lowest that they would have. Just say a $800 rent, $200 light bill. You got to pay your gas, your water. If you have a vehicle, you need insurance. You need. How is you gonna pull all of this off? 40 hours, $7.25 an hour. How you gonna pay all those bills? It's gonna take you, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your kids, their friends, and everybody just to stay in this house to maintain, to even have gas money for your vehicle. You can't do nothing with that. So this is what you need to look at. Who fit with you? In my opinion, neither one of them do, because like from 2009 to 2024, minimum wage haven't went up. So what the hell they been doing? Raising everything up, and we've been sitting up here struggling and trying to survive. That's crazy.
Minimum wage as of right now has went up a little bit, considering now you have to take into the price of inflation and everything as well. But
right.
Basically, it's risen about 60%, but despite the gains that it has, wage growth has been uneven. And there's a lot of disparities between different income tiers, and that's when you get into like public housing and stuff like that, and why people stay on public housing opposed to like actually trying to get a better job, because they get that like hole, you know what I mean? Like,
right,
you can only make so much and still stay here, but if you make too much, then you can't stay here.
You can't
don't
stay
have
there.
enough money to get a home, so or to pay rent. So let's see what the chat is. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was looking at Green Sheet the other day, because like I said, looking for a bigger spot. And they say we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It didn't say nothing about a garage or anything. And it says $7.25 for the rent. But if you're on housing, you pay $14.25. Wait a minute. Okay, I get it. Because they know the government's going to pay them. So they're going to break more than even. They're going to get $14.25 from you, and then they probably get $500 more from, the government. So they winning. I'm like, oh, that was pretty smart. See what I'm saying? So it's like now you down there have to get 2 jobs just, to survive. And that's you and probably another person. So both of y'all probably have to have 4 jobs. When do you have time for each other? And another thing, a lot of these jobs is feeling sorry for us because they trying to stay, where they can not go, what is it called? Upside down with paying their employees. So they do try to give you a little more raise and try to get you over minimum wage, because you have some employees out there that still assholes and people have no choice but to work for them, and they still making $7.25 because they don't have to go up. They don't have to go up unless they want to. So just think about that crap. What is that chat line saying? Because I see they booming over there.
So, Baby Scorpio said everything but the payroll when you were talking about it. On the screen, it's saying that minimum wage. Now, this is middle class. So it's saying in order to qualify to be in middle class, you got to make between $56 to $169,000 annually. So,
and that's minimum class.
That's middle class. So you can just, a lot of people are not in middle class. So if you're not making between that, you are officially not in middle class. And that is crazy because I know a lot of people are not making that. So that means you are actually below the minimum wage. Baby Scorpio says, just my opinion, the system is for the rich to get rich and the poor to stay poor. Marvin Zimmer used to say, it's hell to be poor.
That's a fact. It is.
And she also came back again and say, and they wonder why folks are selling and not working or even panhandling. Facts.
Yeah. You have people out here that rather go and hustle out on the street before they, let the government take taxes out of their check, to even pay insurance on they, on their car, lesson on. They don't much pay it on their body, like they don't have no burial insurance. They don't have no car insurance. They trying to be with somebody that get food stamps, that's on housing. Everybody's out here getting a hustle. And the hustle is, you either get hustle or learn how to hustle. Because, like Marvin Zimmer say, hell, it is, hell to be poor. And so just like I was telling y'all about the level and the rich, the poor, I guess poor is not being homeless. It's called struggling. Because, the homeless people, they have things to worry about, but they don't have to worry about the bills, So they below poor, but they kind of happy, right?
Thanks. So just to let you know, they're saying this is the lowest wage in America today. I went ahead and Googled that, and it said Mississippi's annual average income is the lowest in the U.S. at $48,000, followed by Arkansas, South Dakota, and Idaho. Now, if you take that $48,000 divided by 52 for the year, and you're making about $23.10. So that's the lowest salary they're saying it's in the U.S., but we know better than that. So we know people that would just tear up the whole house if they was making that much. And I know
that's why I say that bitch.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
yeah.
Baby Scorpio also said, shit, where you work? I need to hook up facts. Like, man, Chatbot lying. You out here telling stories, Chatbot. Ain't no, ain't, man, listen.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
They said the minimum wage, the federally mandated minimum wage right now is $7.25 an hour. So
see?
That is the actual answer. So they're trying to give you, like, if you work and stuff, and if you had a job that, like, you can make decent money at. But that is the average, $7.25. That's the minimum wage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You actually have some people that's out there because they can't find anything better, and they making that 725 because they work for some asshole that just going with the mental, hey, I don't have to go no higher than this. If you want the job, you can get it. If you don't, then somebody else come back, someone will come and get it. But that person will run, or that employee will run into somebody that will book the system and, say, hey, I do this much work. Why am I getting paid this? They'll challenge it, is what I'm saying. Okay, do you have anything else to say on that clip right there?
Yeah, we can play a little bit more. Basically, what's about to happen is that this is a house where the husband and the wife don't always vote the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the money issues, which was an excellent segue for $7.25 per hour, minimum wage. If we were looking at middle class numbers a few minutes ago, we'll see the difference right now. So, all right.
So, I like that because it gives them to understand each other, opinion on why they voted for the person that they chose to vote for. That was pretty cool. And I get it, what he was saying about, he did a Democrat, and then he did a Republican, and then now he's going back to the Republican or whatever. Whatever suits you, then that's what you should do. Because at the end of the day, only you know how you're gonna survive. If the eggs getting $5 for 12, then you may have to go buy them 6, or you just may have to go get your damn chicken and just do your own eggs. Just kidding on that part. But what I'm saying is you need to live on your meanings of lifestyle. So if you know your ass is gonna be broke, don't go out there and get that new car just because Suzuki Q got it over here and you can't afford it. Don't be trying to live with the Joneses with some, what my mama say, don't use tuna fish money with carry-on taste. So don't go out there and get you stuff that you can't afford. Stay in your means and save you some money. Save you some money. Save you some money. Okay? Do that. Because you don't know when rainy days come, and that rainy day could be you lost your job. Rainy day could mean that you need to fix your car. So just have you some plans, have goals. So therefore, whoever you decide to vote for, until they get that yes on raising the minimum wage, lowering taxes, and doing things that you think they should do, then always have your plan, but just have you a better plan just in case. So I'm gonna put y'all on mute because here come the train. But go ahead.
Just to let you know, we were able to find how America's minimum wage compares to the rest of the world. And as you can see, if you're living in Australia right now, your minimum wage is about $12. So we are pretty low on the pole. We do have some people up underneath us, so it could be worse. But if we're like the biggest power on the face of the planet, as far as that's concerned, then I think we should be a little bit higher on the minimum wage. So, but yeah.
That's crazy. I think I was looking at it was on Channel 8.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was gone, but he came back. But anyway, on Channel 8, how they say that some people will move to a different, state or whatever because of the, the prices or the minimum. I mean, like the cost of living is too high for them. See, I'm a Texas person. I don't think I can do that. Now, if my job say, hey, you go here and we're gonna pay you blah 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 blah, and it's like some thousands over than what I make, I'll be like, beep beep, can be gone. But I mean, just on the real, it's sad. They really need to bring up they need to meet us voters, even those ones that have their own opinion. They need to meet us halfway and stop bullshitting us, because that's basically what they doing. They give you good stuff and tell you what they're gonna do, and they don't do it. Talk is cheap. I need action. Action on everything. So whatever they do and whatever you decide to do and whoever you decide to vote for, make sure that they're gonna fulfill your needs. Now what we have here.
So this is a gentleman I was talking to you about. He got his voting ability reinstated. So they had a conversation with him. So that's
Okay.
what they were talking about.
Let's do it.
For the presidential
Absolutely.
election.
I am going to vote, yes.
Do you know who you will be voting for?
I'm not sure just yet. I don't know.
I'm walking with Chavez Icewear.
Before we get into that, Baby Scorpio said payroll is so low for some until you can't save money.
And that's so true.
And
That's so true. You know, so it's hard, and especially those people that I was saying that may be making $725. I mean, they probably staying in one of those hotels that you have to pay like every week or something.
Yep.
And that's still too high. I mean, like some people was paying $175 a week.
$145 to $175 a week. Yep.
Yeah, just for, and this is a hotel room.
Yep.
You don't, this is, I mean, the good thing is everything is paid for, you know, it's just all bills paid pretty much. But yeah, it is hard to save money, and that's sad. But you know, some people just have to go get second jobs just to make those 2 paychecks make some kind of way of living. So yeah, you're right.
Vezo Smith in his childhood neighborhood. The Detroit rapper remains undecided when we meet and cites border security as a primary issue.
I don't think Title 42 should have ended. I think we had a good system. I don't think it's okay for so many people to just come in America so fast, so easily.
Title 42 was a Trump COVID-era policy President Biden ended in his 3rd year. It allowed U.S. officials to deny entry to migrants at the border.
How likely are you to support Joe Biden?
The least likely.
How likely are you to support Donald Trump?
The most likely.
How likely are you to support Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Closer to Trump, but I cannot say because I haven't finished doing my research.
Vezo gave third-party candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. the same tour he's giving me. He's received criticism for that, as have other black rappers who've signaled possible support for Trump, like Sexy Red.
First, I don't think people was him like they thought he was racist, saying little and, you know, against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Hip-hop even has a MAGA rap subgenre.
Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA.
So that guy right there, he's speaking for the people he's around. And so he got a community. They all feel that way. If they all did not feel that way, he wouldn't have made that song.
Put into a freestyle or in a rhyme your thoughts about the political process as it is and how they relate to black male voters.
Tired of being oppressed. We want to be rich for life. We just want America to work. It don't matter if it's left or right.
Okay, I guess that's a good way to get, you know, Donald Trump's in there. Yeah, reach some rappers. Young people listen to rap a lot, even when it don't make sense. You know, so hey, whatever works for him. That's just his opinion.
Yeah, I will say that like the last part where he just said, like, whether it's left or right, he just, you know, I think Americans just wanted to feel like we have some ownership in America.
Yes. And I mean, I feel him on that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, and I also feel him on the part is that, you know, people came like rushing over here. Like,
Yep.
I mean, why y'all can't stay over there in y'all state and all that? Why y'all can't get y'all president or whatever? Y'all got, you know, rights. I don't know.
I don't have a problem with people coming. I think amnesty is an issue that nobody's really talking about. Like the qualifications for amnesty, and we don't have enough judges on the border to do that. Amnesty basically means you're coming from persecution. It has nothing to do with you being poor. It literally means religious persecution or a war is going on and your humanity, like your human rights themselves, are being jeopardized. It has nothing to do with I just want a better life. It was hard over here. No, that's what amnesty is, and I think that's the main issue that we have going on right now, honestly. Because when people that got hit by a hurricane only got $750, I believe, and you got to pay that back in a loan, but then they're literally dumping money out of who knows where to give to people while we figure out whether we're going to keep them or not.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
You put them in housing. You give them food stamps. You give them, you know, money to start a business. I get it, and I don't like it because you have people that was raised here, that was born here, and they having hell. And you know, again, just like Heather has said on TBH, you know, the education, the knowledge of knowing how to get help. But everybody don't have that knowledge to get help. Everybody don't know how to read. Everybody don't know how to write. You know, people get frustrated real quick because they've been trying to get help for so long until they just say, forget it. I just do the best I can. You know, I pray about it. You know, they have different ways that they do, and I get it. But nobody is out here really helping you to say, hey, you know what? I mean, the green sheet is free. I'm tripping on the green sheet because I haven't seen a green sheet in a long time, so they kind of got me. But they could put in the green sheet. It's free. Hey, if you need help, you can go to this, blah, blah, blah. You know? Now, excuse me. A lot of things that I did learn, I think it's when Harvey came, the 211 or 311, it helped you with different things, you know, like domestic violence, the places to get food stamps, how to get a gold card, assistance on different things. Now, I did learn that. So you just gotta stop trying to have that pride, take some patience, and get what you need and get educated on it. If you don't know how to read or write, go to someone and, you know, hey, open up to them, because a closed mouth don't get fed. And he's right. All America just want to live comfortable, be happy, and let the violence cease. Like, let it go. And let them help us, because we don't want to pay taxes. Even if you get a SSI check or something, Uncle Sam gonna get his money one way or the other. Yeah, he cut that check a long time. I mean, his taxes from that a long time ago. He's like, nah, I'm tax free. Nah, you paid on that. You paid on that, them taxes. Then he just not taking them out now. He took them out way back in the gap. He got his off the top. So that money, them taxes that we paying for, we're not only paying for the people that's here on food stamp housing and, you know, SSI or whatever. We also paying for those people that's coming in and saying they're afraid or whatever. They coming. I come for free money too. Yeah, I don't blame them. I come and open up a business and everything. Can't get mad at people when they come here and open up business, because you've been here all your life. You went to school, got a trade. Y'all know how to be out here to establish how to sell dope, to go sell knockoff purses and all kinds of stuff. Then y'all could establish y'all business right there. Y'all go, oh, you know the cool part about it? You go to the library, excuse me, if you don't have access to Wi-Fi or, a computer or whatever. And you can just look. Matter of fact, you have tongue twisted. You have a computer on the side. If you carry it in your hand, your purse, or whatever, you can Google, YouTube, everything you need to know now.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, we don't have no excuse. We just got to get better at getting the knowledge that we need to get the things that we need to help us get through this crisis.
And
Okay.
I say this too, because we are at the hour mark, but I did have something special.
Okay.
This is for everybody that's on the fence and you really want to know, okay, look, I don't want to just pick based on identity politics or whatever. If that's what you want to do, then I recommend that you go to this website right here. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And you can take that whenever you want to take it. But it is the presidential election quiz. And basically all you have to do is answer 21 questions. That's all you have to do.
What does he think he 50 cents? Talking about 21 questions.
Yeah, got 21 questions. And guess what? It's all about us.
Okay, facts.
Okay. So fill out them 21 questions and it will let you know how closely you're leaning. So for the sake of conversation on our way out, I'll ask you, Slim, do you want to do it right now or would you rather me just go through and do it myself?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so let's see. Where do you stand on abortion? So the middle right here is undecided. All right. You can move it like this. And it lets you know. So you can go all the way far left where you can allow any type of abortion. You can go all the way to the right where against any type of abortion. All right. So
Cool.
let's say that you wanted to, and for the sake of just keeping everybody's stuff private, I'll just randomly pick some stuff, but you kind of be able to tell. So it's a restrict to cases of incest, force, or danger to mother's child health. Then restrict to adults in the first trimester of minors whom parental consent is given, and then just keep going down. Now, if you know me, I think it should be. I don't think it should just be something that you can just arbitrarily do. That's just me. So, if you are closer to me, then you'll probably be in this area right here. All right. And we do have somebody in the chat. Keita said, can anybody tell me besides the stimulus, what has Trump done that is so spectacular that he should regain office? Okay. Slim, do you want me to take that one, or do you want to?
I definitely want you to take that one.
Okay, so I'll say this before I answer the question, and since I answered the question, I'll pop up too for a second. It's not so much of what he does that's so great. It's what he did while he was in office. So, and you can always go to his website and you can see what he did before, what he did now. You can also check some of the actual records of when he was in office and just see what happened. But what did he do that was so spectacular? Nothing. What he did allow was for us to be able to experience a very peaceful time. We weren't in any wars whatsoever. There was still some conflicts over, but it had nothing to do with us, which means we weren't sending money over unnecessarily. He also instated a lot of tariffs and tariffs are basically monies, and I'm gonna try to make this really quick. Tariffs are basically monies that get paid for bringing in products into the United States. So in case you don't know, whenever we want to send something to China or anywhere else, we have to pay money to ship our stuff over there to them. Not just a transportation fee, but a tariff. Like if you're gonna sell stuff over here, you're gonna have to pay us on top of transporting it. So he started doing the same thing back. He also made it so that we ended up being one of the largest or either the largest producers of rice to China, which is huge. And that helped our economy. That's one thing that he did. He helped the economy. He also made it so that we had the ability, the Roe v. Wade thing. But what he did is he took it out of the hands of federal government so that the federal government wouldn't tell you what you could do with your body. He left it up to the states. That's one thing that got passed. while he was around. And there was some other things too, but just to give you something off the top of your head, did he do anything spectacular? No. He was a businessman that ran the country like a business. All right. He also quashed a lot of things that were going on in Middle East. And we're not gonna get into that because I mean that'll make this way longer. But it's just how he handled the situations, like how he sat and he went and talked to leaders, and he wasn't afraid to put pressure on the United Nations, because we were doing the heavy lifting on United Nations as well. So that's a couple of things that he did do. Did he get everything right? No, he didn't get everything right. We had illegal immigration when he was the president, but we didn't have as much because he was actually trying to figure out how to stem it down,
Build that wall.
build the wall. But to be totally honest, the wall didn't work. The wall
Yeah.
didn't work. He wasn't able to build as much as he wanted to, but he was putting things into effect. He was doing executive orders that are still in play right now. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people say that everything that he did didn't work, but the things that did work are still in play. Like, Biden didn't reverse everything.
No,
So
he didn't.
that's my opinion on that, on Slim's opinion on that. But that's why tests like this is so important, because if they don't have to be a spectacular person. They just need to match what your values are
And what make you comfortable.
and what makes you comfortable, because it's your
Exactly.
vote. So you need to vote on somebody that you know or you feel, you believe that they're going to have your back, because this is a popularity vote for us. The electoral college is going to then take those votes and cast them the way that they need to be cast. Unfortunately, you can win the popularity vote and still not get the electoral vote.
Right.
All right. So that's why Georgia was such a big deal. That's why you're gonna hear people talking about Georgia. Okay. Biden flipped Georgia. Georgia used to be red, and then it became a swing state because he flipped it, and he flipped it by the 15% of black men and black women that voted for him. That's why they're bringing us up so heavy right now. That's why you got Obama out here fussing that grown black man for not voting for the Curry Queen. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway,
Hater.
make sure that you go on this website that I put in there. We're not going to be long the time because we're actually moving right past that hour mark. We are hour 11 and 50 something seconds, and I promised them we're going to get out early, but we did not. So
That's what happens when you talk about politics.
I know, right? It just takes over the whole night. But
It does.
we are very glad that you guys are with us. I'm going to get out of the way, but please, 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 if you have not voted yet, or if you're even like, what's the point of voting? At least go to this website and at least fill out the whole thing. Okay.
And that just may give you a change of mind.
Yeah, because it allows you to make these decisions. Like, should the federal government subsidize U.S. farmers? All right. And you're undecided, yes, no, and all government subsidies. Like, if you really, really far right, you can do that. But and if you don't know what these words are, that's okay. Because just like what Slim said, a lot of people don't like to do this stuff because they don't understand it. Well, guess what? It's on the computer. So that means you can literally take this word here, subsidize, you can copy it, or you can search the web for subsidize. And subsidize means to furnish or render aid to promote something with public money. So basically, give them your tax money to make sure that they are able to stay in business. That's all you gotta do. It's not hard. It's gonna take some time, but it's not hard, and it's important for you to do it.
It is.
I'm out.
It is. Well, guys, thank you all for hanging with me and listen to me talk about something that I don't like. But hey, just
But I
trying to get
appreciate
you out
doing
there.
it. We only got 2 weeks left. Like, we only
You
got 2
do.
weeks left.
And tomorrow is the last day for the early voting. The polls close here in Houston, anyways, at 9. So if you get off late, so much you don't have time, you probably don't want to be in that traffic. Stop at the post, vote right quick. Have your ID, or just you have to have your ID. Some people have voters cards, but yet it's still you still have to have your ID. And I seen some today that the man walk in. He said he was just driving. Decide, hey, I just go do a vote. He thought it was gonna take longer. It literally took him 2 minutes. Walk in, got checked in and everything. They gave him told him to go to the booth. He did what he had already had his mind made up, of course. Came back out. He was at work, you know. So he got back in his truck and went on by his business. Like I said, guys, it's something that I don't like to talk about because it does take a long time. And of course, you're gonna have people speaking their opinion, and everybody's not gonna be on the same level. They're not gonna be on the same page with politics. So therefore, it is good to go take that survey to see where you at, even if you don't vote. If you decide not to vote, that's you know. If you do, maybe this will help you decide who you want to vote for. But again, thank you all for tuning in with us and staying up late with us. And I hope that this, touched you and got to your brain a little bit to make up your mind what you want to do. But remember, have a plan A and B and try to save some money and try to do better. You're doing good, but just always try to do better than what you was doing yesterday. Okay? So much love. Peace out. Thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm tongue twisted all day long.